Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 12, Lesson 69, and it's a special one because today we tie the whole comma unit together. Over the last few lessons, you learned that a single little comma does a surprising number of jobs. Today, we'll refresh all 6 of them, each with a quick recap board, and then you'll practice choosing the right comma for the right job. Think of this as the review that pulls it all into one place. Let's take a look. Here's the big picture before we begin. The comma is one little mark, but across this unit, you gave the comma 6 main jobs, and you met each one in an earlier lesson. It separates items in a series. It follows an introduction at the start of a sentence. It fences off a non-essential appositive. It sets off a name in direct address. It comes before the conjunction that joins a compound sentence. And it appears inside dates and addresses. 1 mark, 6 clear jobs. Today, we'll refresh all 6 and then practice choosing the right one. Let's refresh all 6 jobs, one board at a time. Job 1 is the series. When you list 3 or more items in a row, you separate each item with a comma. Listen: apples, pears, and grapes. A comma follows apples, and another comma follows pears, and then the word "and" joins the last item. That whole row is a series, and the commas keep the items from bumping together. The comma right before "and" is optional in some styles, but it keeps things tidy. Job 2 is the introduction. When a word or a phrase opens the sentence before the main idea, you put a comma after the opener. Here's a phrase: after the long practice, we were exhausted. The words "after the long practice" set the scene, and the comma marks where that opener ends. It works with a single word, too. Yes, we can go now. Whether the introduction is one small word or a whole phrase, the same comma follows it. Job 3 is the appositive. An appositive is a noun that renames the noun beside it. When that appositive is non-essential, just extra information, you fence it with 2 commas. Here's one: my uncle, a pilot, flies overseas. The words "a pilot" rename my uncle, and a comma sits before them, and another sits after them. Proof that it's non-essential? Lift it right out, and "my uncle flies overseas" still works as a full sentence. Job 4 is direct address. That's when you name the person you're speaking to, right inside the sentence. You set that name off with commas. When the name comes first, the comma goes after it. Coach, can we start early? When the name comes last, the comma goes before it. Nice throw, Priya. Front or back, the name you speak to gets fenced off from the rest of the message. Job 5 is the compound sentence. A compound sentence is 2 complete sentences joined into one, with a conjunction like "and," "but," or "so." Just before that joining word, you place a comma. Listen: it rained all morning and the game was moved. It rained all morning is a complete sentence. The game was moved is a complete sentence too. The comma comes right before the conjunction, showing where the first sentence ends and the second begins. Each half could stand on its own. And job 6, dates and addresses. Commas keep the parts of a date or a place from running together. In a full date, put a comma between the day and the year. May 5th, 2020 was the day of the storm. Notice a comma also follows the year when the sentence keeps going. Addresses follow the same pattern. Put a comma between the city and the state. Austin, Texas is hot in July. And just as with the date, a comma follows the state before the sentence rolls on. So a closing comma appears in both. Before we practice, here's a quick check you can run on any sentence. Are you listing 3 or more things? That's the series comma. Does an opener come up front? Put a comma after the introduction. Is there extra information or a name you're speaking to? Set it off with commas. Are two complete sentences joined into one? Add a comma before the conjunction. And dates and addresses always keep their commas. It's the same little mark doing 6 clear jobs. Ready to practice a few together? Time to practice. In this first set, each sentence already has its comma. Your job is to name the rule that puts it there. Pause the video and choose before I reveal each answer. We packed sandwiches, apples, and juice. Why the commas? There are 3 items listed in a row: sandwiches, apples, and juice, each separated by a comma. That's the series comma, so the answer is series. After the storm passed, we went outside. What is that comma doing? The sentence opens with the phrase, after the storm passed, and a comma follows an opener like that. So the answer is introduction. My coach, a former champion, cheered loudly. Why the 2 commas? The phrase, a former champion, renames my coach and could be lifted right out, which makes it a non-essential appositive. So the answer is appositive. In this second set, each sentence is missing a comma. Read carefully and pick the version that puts the comma in the right place. Pause and try each one before I answer. It was cold outside, so we lit a fire. Where does the comma go? This is a compound sentence. It was cold outside is one complete thought, and we lit a fire is another, joined by the word so. The comma goes right before that conjunction, so the answer is, it was cold outside, comma, so we lit a fire. Thank you, Grandma, for the gift. What's missing? Grandma is the person being spoken to, tucked into the middle of the sentence. A name in direct address takes a comma on each side. So the answer is, thank you, comma, Grandma, comma, for the gift. She was born on June 9th, 2011 in Ohio. Where do the commas go? In a full date, a comma separates the day from the year, and a second comma follows the year before the sentence continues. So the answer is June 9th, comma, 2011, comma, in Ohio. Let's gather up the whole comma unit. You've now reviewed all 6 jobs of the comma. It separates items in a series. It follows an introduction. It fences off a non-essential appositive. It sets off a name in direct address. It comes before the conjunction in a compound sentence. And it keeps the parts of dates and addresses clear. 6 different jobs, 1 small mark. When you're writing, just spot the job first, and then place the comma where it belongs. Wonderful work finishing the comma review. I'll see you in the next lesson.